Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and TGI Friday. It is cold and rainy here this morning, which definitely made it harder to jump out of bed, but shortly after this I do have a follow-up appointment with my surgeon and I'm hoping to get the okay to be out of my knee brace, so wish me luck for that. As usual, this morning we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget to stop by TipRanks.com to check out the new ETF research tool, where you can see a list of nearly 7,000 ETFs and some different details, including carefully calculated price targets and a breakdown of their holdings. Links will be in the description down below. Now let's jump right into this morning's exciting stock market news. We are ending the week off with U.S. stock futures well into the green, which we love to see. Right now, Dow futures are up 1.23%, S&P 500 futures up 1.02%, and NASDAQ futures up 1.11%. It looks like there is cautious optimism for the Microsoft and Activision Blizzard deal, as it is said they are headed towards approval for their European Union antitrust regulatory hearing. This is thanks to its offer to license video games to their competitors. They said that our commitment to grant long-term 100% equal access to Call of Duty to Sony, Stream, Nvidia, and others preserves the deal's benefits to the gamers and developers and increases competition in the market. Reuters cites multiple sources saying that the deal is likely to win the okay from the European Commission. The Microsoft stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of 16%. In a recent shakeup, Zoom Video has fired their president that was just brought on last year. Greg Tomb was appointed president last June. The company said that the firing was termination without cause and was effective on Friday. Tomb, who was previously an executive at Alphabet's Google Cloud, was in charge of overseeing Zoom's revenue efforts. This follows news back in February that Zoom would be cutting 15% of their staff and slashing executive pay. Analysts currently rate the Zoom stock a hold with an average upside of 20%. And that's about it for big news at the moment. Fairly quiet so far this morning, so let's move right along to notable earnings reports. And it will continue to be quiet with not a lot of big names on the calendar for earnings. This morning we did hear from Hibbett Sports. They're down slightly after an earnings miss and light future guidance. They reported earnings per share of $2.91, missing expectations by 5 cents per share. Their revenue came in at $458.3 million, which did grow over 19% year over year, but was over 18 million shy of estimates. Comparable sales are expected to grow in the low single-digit range for the year. They do currently have 3 analyst ratings coming in as a strong buy with an average upside of 15%. Moving to the after hours last night, we have a handful of big names, starting off with C3AI. Their stock is up over 18% this morning following their solid earnings report. They posted a loss per share of 6 cents, which was 16 cents better than analysts expected, and revenue of $66.6 million, which was $2.41 million ahead of estimates. Their chief executive said that the results showed that the overall business sentiment appears to be improving and that C3AI is seeing a dramatic change from what they experienced back in 2022. Analysts currently rate them a hold with an average downside of 15%. And then we have Broadcom, who is up ever so slightly after earnings beat and strong guidance. They reported earnings per share of $10.33, coming in 17 cents ahead of estimates, and revenue of $8.92 billion grew over 15% year over year and beat expectations by $20 million. For their second quarter revenue, they're expecting about $8.7 billion in revenue, which would be an increase of 8% year over year. Analysts currently rate their stock a strong buy with an average upside of 14%. Then we also heard from Zscaler. Now their stock is down this morning despite posting an earnings and revenue beat, increasing their revenue forecast, but the company did say that they expect their billings to slow in this third quarter. Their Q2 earnings per share came in at 37 cents, which beat expectations by 8 cents per share. Revenue of $387.6 million grew over 51% year over year and beat expectations by nearly $23 million. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate buy, with a bunch of buys and holds coming in today and an average upside of over 21%. And also falling this morning is ChargePoint, and that is because they did miss on both earnings and revenue. They posted a loss per share of 23 cents, which was 1 cent wider than analysts expected, and their revenue of $152.8 million did miss expectations by $11.7 million, though it did grow 89% year over year. For their next quarter, they're expecting revenue of $122 to $132 million, which came in well below the analyst consensus of about $152 million. Analysts currently rate the stock a strong buy with an average upside of 47%, but we'll see how price targets are reiterated following this report. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. And no big surprises in our top spots this morning. Our biggest gainers are led by C3AI following their earnings. Trading under the ticker AI, the stock is up 15.25%. They're followed by PagSeguro Digital under PAGS, up about 6.4%, and Asana under ASAN, up 5.4%. And on the flip side, our biggest losers are led by ChargePoint Holdings following their earnings. Trading under the ticker CHPT, the stock is down 11.6%, followed by Zscaler under ZS, down just over 11%, and Marvell under MRVL, down 8.4%. So that is going to be everything for Friday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and say good morning. I always love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you back here next time.